Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click the like button to help spread word about Watchjojo animals, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. This elderly chimpanzee was sick and dying when suddenly she recognized an old friend's face. She had lived a long life, but it was tragically drawing to a close. The old chimpanzee had curled into a ball and seemed to accept her fate, but when a professor stepped up to greet his old friend, her temperament took on an amazing change. To be specific, the senior chimpanzee was called Mama, and she had lived a long life for her species. In fact, her story began way back in 1957 when she was born as a wild chimp. But she didn't stay wild. Instead, Mama wound up living her life in a zoo, the Royal Burgers Zoo. To be exact, located in Arnhem, the Netherlands, the zoo prides itself on replicating natural wild habitats. This is enjoyable for both its animals and its visitors alike. On its website, the zoo states that animals largely live in freedom. Furthermore, it is also responsible for mangrove-studded Belsize Nature Reserve. Mama came to call Arnhem home, and she lived her life surrounded by other chimpanzees that became her family. Mama had met Professor Jan van Hoof during the founding of her colony. Indeed, he had been one of the people responsible for its creation more than 40 years ago. Since then, Professor van Hoof and Mama had formed a strong bond that had proved unbreakable over the following years. Van Hoof is an emeritus professor at Utrecht University in behavioural biology, and Mama's chimp colony proves he knows his job. By all accounts, the project was a success, to the extent that it was the subject of a book. The title was Chimpanzee Politics. It was written by Frans de Waal, a Dutch expert on primate behaviour. He had visited the Royal Burgers Zoo a couple of years after the founding of Mama's colony in 1974. As its name suggests, the book focused on the social structure and private lives of chimpanzees. As the matriarch of her troop, Mama was of key importance to the Royal Burgers Zoo's chimpanzee colony. De Waal explains that Mama's assertiveness and social skills kept the colony in line. She had an exceptionally strong and dominant personality, he described. No man who wanted to come to power could do so around her, De Waal said. Consequently, it must have been much harder to see such a powerful character brought down by illness. As she got older, Mama got sick, and her suffering peaked in 2016. On May the 11th of that year, Van Hoof uploaded a video of the last time he saw Mama to YouTube. Mama, 59 years old, is severely ill and weakened, the video's captions described. The matriarch was curled into a ball and seemed almost completely unresponsive. Mama also refused to eat and drink, despite the best efforts of zoo staff. Food and water was either pushed away with her lips or ignored completely. In April 2016, Van Hoof went to say a final goodbye to his old friend. Initially, Mama was so ill that she didn't recognise the professor. It took a while before she recognised Jan. The YouTube video explained, in fact, he had already stroked her arm and tried to feed Mama, but had received little response. However, the moment Mama realised who her new visitor was, it was as though she woke up. Her face split into a huge grin, and she reached a hand out to her dear friend. The expression on the old chimpanzee's face was simultaneously heartwarming and heartbreaking. But while Van Hoof was with Mama, that eclipsing smile never left her face. As the video went on through, it became more bittersweet. Mama reached out for Van Hoof and stroked his hair. She even allowed him to feed her a little. Their last farewells were truly tear-jerking. Mama had her hand on Van Hoof the whole time. At one point, she pulled him into an embrace and held his head near her own. But her second wind wouldn't last, and soon she was tired again. Mama gazed into the professor's eyes as he said goodbye, and then she slumped once more. Van Hoof stroked her arm one last time before he left. Since its upload, the footage has wrenched hearts across the world and has received more than 8,668,000 views to date. For some, it was conclusive proof of the depths chimpanzee emotions reach. "I can't stop crying," one commenter wrote. "Anyone that says animals do not have feelings needs to watch this. The amount of people touched by the video is staggering. This is no question the most touching thing I have ever seen in my life," another person wrote. She pats him and touches him like a grandma would. Wow, I'm a 30-year-old man tearing up watching this. Inevitably though, the video had a tragic ending. Mama died a week after her friend's visit, and she left her colony with some huge shoes to fill. Her powerful personality had earned her the nickname of the Grand Lady, but it's not just the colony members and Van Hoof who will miss her. Mama left a lasting impression on everyone whose life she touched. She brought consolation when there were tensions and mediated conflicts, De Waal said after her passing. She will be sorely missed, also by me, because I have rarely seen such an admirable character in both humans and apes. Please do not forget to share this video with your friends below.